From the dirt tracks to the X Games podiums, Lance Coury has done it all. A freestyle motocross prodigy turned entrepreneur, building an empire with Thrashin Supply, one part at a time. And today, he's brought us a monster, a 1972 Chevy Blazer packing a supercharged 427 LS, pushing 750 horsepower to the wheels, built to dominate the streets and steal every show it pulls into. And I have a feeling he's gonna let it rip. Guys, this is Lance Coury. This is his 72 Blazer.
Yes, sir.
That you've been through trials and tribulations on this one.
Yeah, it's been about a 3 to 4 year project.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I'm really stoked to have it though.
Was it clean when you bought it, or was it like mostly a donor?
No, so it was a donor. It was already bare metal. It was somebody else's build. And I went to Dell and I said, hey, I wanted to do a first gen Blazer. And he had this in his shop. It was already down to bare metal. It had big tires on it and it had a roll cage.
Right.
He's like, well, my client's been chipping away at this, but I also think he wants to do something else now. It's been a while. He'd sell you this.
Yeah.
And it will be in our budget that we were looking for. So I was like, all right, let's do it. But now we need to do.
Now we got to paint it.
Yeah. All that.
Yeah. Well, let's pop the hood, because I always like to start here and see. Wow, super clean. See, I haven't seen in the engine bay yet since I've seen the truck at Nico's a handful of times. Damn, this is really clean in here, man. It almost looks OE, like the plumbing, and it looks super OE in here. It's really cool, other than obviously
the big beast under the hood. So Dell always does really clean builds like that, like kind of that OE look. These are actually his valve covers on here that make it look like a older small block.
For sure.
But it did go through some iterations. Originally, when I picked it up from Dell, or Dell brought it to me, it had an LS3 in it. I drove it around and it was fast, but I wanted something that just spun the tires whenever I wanted.
Dude, you've done extreme shit your whole life. Yeah. You're not the guy that's gonna go with a 500 horsepower motor. You're just not, man.
And so, yeah, I was like, I gotta build this thing up. And I debated, do I do like a gnarlier cam? Do I build up the LS3? After talking to people, it was like, start block, 427, just build it from the ground up, and then swap the engine when you're ready.
Way to go though, man.
And here we are with a rated 1200 horsepower at the crank. Goes through the 4L80. We're putting down 750 at the wheel.
So obviously a built 4L80 to deal with they're not made to handle that kind of horsepower. So that thing's got to be beefed up a bit.
It's a stage 6 4L80 and it is rated for 1500 horsepower.
Yeah, there you go. So now you said the way you've got it tuned as of pretty recently, you're 750 to the tire. 750
to the tire, 850 torque, literally right when you crack the throttle, all the way through the RPMs. That's what's crazy when you look at the dyno and you see the torque go,
wow.
At 850,
wow.
You breathe on the throttle and you get tired of this thing.
Oh, I'm sure, man. I'd imagine that's pretty effortless with it.
And I put on Michelin Sport Cup 2s. I'm sure there's stickier tires. I don't want to put like drag tires on it. I wanted to be able to drive it in the canyon and hook good.
Yeah.
So I have really sticky tires, and they're sticky enough to where when you're in a parking lot like I just drove in here, you hear the rocks picking up.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, sure. No, that's a super sticky tire, man. Those are great tires. I always like when they do this, when it's a gloss paint on the outside, but all the engine bay and stuff's a matte finish.
Yeah.
It cleans it up so nicely.
That carries through as well in the interior, like the dash and the insides of the doors and stuff like that. So,
what are you running brakes on the truck?
So it has bare brakes all the way around.
Obviously, it's a boosted brake, then it's not a manual.
Yep, boosted brake.
Yeah, I'm sure you're the same, dude, given that you've been creating parts for years now for Thrashin. I geek out on the cleanliness of things when I look at, like, this plumbing to me is beautiful.
Yep.
Same thing with looking at your master dropping down, how clean and detailed it is.
Yeah, so originally the brakes ran off a vacuum.
Yep.
When I built the engine up, I wanted the brakes to be just as strong.
Yep.
So we went ahead and did the hydro boost. But the cool thing about that is the firewall was drilled out for the vacuum system. We actually made at Thrashin our own billet plate
Really?
To be able to use the Hydro Boost system on the mounting of the vacuum boost. A couple cool things went into play as well, like this whole airbox system. My buddy Sean over at Empire Fab, he did this whole system while the truck was done. So he went ahead and he cut right here. He doubled the size of the air filter.
He's impressive.
Check out how he did the airbox. And he cut out my fender right here. And this whole black fender right there is all the airbox.
Wow. Yeah, that guy's a badass.
And he did that all on a finished truck.
All painted.
All
perfect.
painted. And he was like, and originally, like, when I did that engine swap, you bring it to people to help you work on it.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, this truck's already sick. And like, I don't want to spin wrenches on this thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Obviously, there was a lot to get the 427 to run right, including increasing the cooling system, putting the brushless fans that push, I think it's like 6,000 CFM.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of tweaking to make sure the engine stayed cool, the engine got enough air, and then I just built from there back as well. I increased the drive shaft. I put a new rear end in it, 35 spline, Coury 9-inch rear end.
Which is as good as it gets, in my opinion. I mean, I ain't mechanical, but I know great vehicles, you know, and I hear Coury all the time on almost every great vehicle. That tells me that's probably the best out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
This thing's just sick, dude. Let's go over to here to wheels and tires, because this is an interesting one to me. Before we started shooting, you said these are rotiform? Rotiform, I think JDM always, to be honest with you.
Totally. So Dell, when he laid out the design of this truck and he had his buddy do the renderings, these wheels were on it. I thought they looked sweet. And Dell was like, go on websites, find any wheels you want. And you know, you're going back and forth. Like I knew I was gonna do a lowered truck.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't want to go like massive or like too goofy looking in that way.
Well, which thank God you didn't do like 24s or something. Like, I mean, just not my thing, personally.
I didn't want it on air ride. I wanted to handle really well with the coilovers.
Yes.
But so we went with the 20-inch wheels, and Rotiform, I believe the founder is buddies with Dell. These wheels were initially only designed for cars, so there was no truck lug pattern. Getting Rotiform to machine these faces custom for the truck was not an easy feat.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had set our eyes on them, and we like planned on using these wheels for like 6 months. And then Dell asked like at the 7th month, and then it was like till the last minute to get them done. Like,
really?
I think we begged for a couple months. Finally, they pulled it off for us, and I just love the way they look.
These look killer. They're great. Beautiful wheel, man.
I just love how like this dish covers a little bit, and then there's a little bit of reveal showing the bare brakes and the drilled and slotted rotors.
Yeah.
It's like just enough.
It looks great on here.
Yeah, so we tubbed the rear end, 345s in the rear, 285s in the front.
Yeah.
They're meaty tires. I love it. It's got that kind of like bulging over the rim a little bit. Looks a little bit more like a modern Porsche or Ferrari or something like that, where they're like meaty on there.
And the stance is stunning. And one thing we didn't talk about when we had it all popped open here was because it's hard, you can't really see any of the suspension, but you said it's not on a stock chassis, correct?
No, so it's a chop and block chassis, something that Dell wanted to use. From there, actually, after we did the engine, Nico helped me weigh the truck.
Yeah.
And we ended up putting dual adjustable coilover shocks on all 4 corners, and
so it handles.
It handles well.
Yeah, I can see from your smile, man. How about exhaust? Is it probably 3-inch going back on
3-inch all the way back. It has 2 Borla mufflers on the rear, and now with the 427, it seriously sounds like a monster truck.
Does it come all the way over the axle out back?
Yeah, over the axle out back, and it just drops out kind of right here. You can see.
Oh yeah, wow, really cool, man. That's so nice too, because it cuts the drone out, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I know a lot of guys go for the ease, go in front of the axle. I get it, I'm not bugging anyone on that one, but you typically get a lot of drone inside the truck, you know?
It sounds good.
Dude, the stance is so on point on this, and think, any of you airbag guys, I'm not giving you grief. Bag the shit out of your vehicle, man, have fun. I ain't an airbag guy. I like stuff that handles, and airbag vehicles to me typically don't. You know, it's like they look badass when you lay frame, when you pull up. Static suspension's gonna handle better, period. There's nothing you could say about that.
Yep.
Knowing Dell, you know, obviously, I mean, I don't know him personally, I've never met him, but I've heard the name forever, so I know he's one of the high end. Has he done like is there any body mods? Because it doesn't look like it's flared or cut or anything like that.
No, the only thing that he really cut was like The wheel wells?
Tubbing it, yeah,
widening
sure.
the wheel wells a little bit.
Sure.
You know, obviously he did those full custom wheel wells in the front, or fender in the front.
Yeah.
But overall, the body's stock.
The body's a stock body, yeah.
He's also kind of known for that as well, where he does these like OE looking trucks.
Yeah.
You know?
I've just seen a lot of those where it's like it looks OE and then the guy starts talking about it and you realize they've flared it and cut it and bumpers are
I didn't
tucked
want
and all,
that.
you know, it's like.
No, I didn't want that. I mean, I wanted the gas fill in the original location. I wanted like original style door handles.
I love that you did that. And I love that you left all the chrome on here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's part of the style of the original vehicle. It's like go OE plus with it.
Yeah,
you know?
and that was the cool thing with the renderings too. We could play with that. You know, you could take off the sides and add different colors and.
Yeah, is this a full like custom color or is it a?
Yeah, so originally when we started the build, got the renderings, I think Dell had his guy do 6 to 8 different colors. Yeah. And they all were in the palette color that Chevy would have done in the late 60s, early 70s. Basically, I don't know, I showed the pictures to some family members, my kids, my wife, my grandpa. We landed on this one. And
beautiful.
Super stoked on it. I don't know the paint code or color name.
Yeah, for sure. But it does look like something GM would have done back in the day. You know, it looks like that color. I also like that they went matte on this whole top. To like, it really accents well against it.
On the interior.
This is bitching in here, bro.
Dell had his guy, I believe his name is Fat Lucky's, do the seats. Yeah, he sent me that blue, like that kind of striped material in the center. Dell sent me that and was like, hey, like he has some of this. I think it'll look sick. Then we'll do like a blue leather. So Dell laid out all the color palettes and picked out the different materials and with Fat Lucky's, and then they went ahead and did the seats. And the cool thing about the back seat, which was a plus for me, since the truck's so lowered, we had to notch the back panel, right? Because that typically wouldn't be there like that.
Yeah, sure.
So then what we did with the seat is that we removed like the mounts to it. And so that way it sat lower. And then we chopped the back end like 2 inches so that it sits at the same height as the front seats. Because since it's sitting up on that
you're gonna
notch,
get that huge weird elevation to it.
Yeah, so we lowered the back, and then since he put it between the wheel wells that were also tubbed a little bit, he took out a couple inches from the center. So he shrunk the seat down this way and shrunk it down this way.
God, but it looks so right.
Yeah, so then when you look at it from a distance, the seats are at the same angle, they're roughly the same height.
Yeah, I love this is another element of it, dude. It looks like an upgraded version of the original interior.
Yeah.
You know, again, you didn't get so far away from what the original was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is. I mean, these seats are way better than. Do you know what these are from, these seats?
Those are the original seats.
These are just rebuilt.
Yeah.
The other thing I like is that this looks super original except for shrunk down.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, just a couple inches smaller.
Yeah. Dude, this is so slick. He did a fantastic job on this truck, man. Really. And obviously you got AC. These are always cool too, because you get it looks like it belongs here, but you got audio in here, right?
Bluetooth and yeah, so the radio works, and we got a sub in the back, and
I'm gonna guess Dakota Digital's up here.
Yep.
I mean, those look so right. Everyone hears me say it when there's not cup holders in vehicles. I always get a little upset about it. I'm like, bro, tell me you don't need a cup holder for something, man. If
the only thing is those cup holders are like little baby cup holders, so I always have to buy special. Like if I go to the liquor store or something, grab a bottle of water, you have to find like the skinny one. That's hence why that little teeny bottle's in there.
I'm gonna give him a pass on that because it's so beautiful, but give me a fucking cup holder.
I just don't know what was OE. Was that OE, that size? I got to imagine it was.
Did he even have cup holders back then?
I'll
bet it didn't. I'd bet against it. And then of course, right? Yeah, you gotta love that. A lot of you guys don't understand this there's the process of building it, all the choices that you make, but then there's the make it work part.
Yeah.
The shakedown process is such an important part after the vehicle is
especially
built.
When you choose to put a blown 427 in it. The whole build was originally around a blown LS3.
Yeah.
And then you do a gnarlier engine in it, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, none of this can handle that.
Everything has to change around it, except for you don't want to start cutting it apart again and repainting it. It's like I'm stoked for you, Lance. This is a nice truck, man. Hey guys, along with all the other cool stuff that we have on the merch store, we do have a new item and they're selling fast. Make sure to jump on and grab it if you like it. atlamerch.com. Now let's go for a drive. to imagine you've got it to the point where rail on it, it's going to rip, it's going to spin tire, but if you're mild driving it, like right now,
yeah,
it just cruises.
You could daily this thing, easy.
So cool.
I mean, in fact, I take it to work quite often and take the kids to school in it.
Nice, man. Yeah. Hell yeah.
That was just a little breathing on the throttle. I didn't want to cut loose and hit the curb, you know?
For sure. I'd imagine it's got some, I mean, 750 tire. Does it, if you nail it, will it kick out on you a little bit? Yeah.
At most speeds.
Yeah.
I'm honestly scared on the freeway to ever stab it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it would do.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh yeah. Obviously, you've gotten to the point where you're a highly skilled rider in all your X Games years. I've seen some of the shit you do on a Harley, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a really good rider. I wouldn't even attempt half the shit you do. Are you pretty skilled in a car as well?
You know, I don't want to jinx myself, obviously, but
Yeah.
I know how to drive by the seat, you know, and I've been into cars my whole life. You know, I think when you come from dirt bikes, you know how to lose traction a little bit and control that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a car enthusiast. I've gone to the track and
That's what I mean. You've been
I push my
sideways,
stuff to
you've
the
put-
limits, you know? So
Yeah,
I definitely know how to drive it. And I think that was the other thing too, and why I was like, I wanted to make this a 427 was just like, I wanted something that, just like my Harleys, like I like something that's more powerful than it needs to be.
Yep.
And then I'd rather have a sharper knife that you control
Yeah.
than a dull knife.
Yeah, I get it.
So my
Well-
bikes are all fast. Do you need that much power? Probably not. But if I need it or if I ever want to use it, even if it's a couple % of the time I ride,
Nice to have
it's
it.
there when I have it, when I want it.
God, this thing feels dialed in. How long have you had it on the road now to the point where you're happy driving it?
It's probably been 2 months.
Okay.
I've driven it on and off over the last 6 months,
Yeah.
but then I'd find things I wanted to tweak or little issues.
Yeah.
You know, we monitored the transmission for a long time. I had a screen checking the trans temps or
Yeah.
engine heat. So we would just go through things, and I'd be like, or the brakes, upgrading the brake booster. You know, like realizing like, I wish the brakes were a little bit more firm.
Yeah.
Little things like that. So it would be back in the shop to upgrade it.
Feels good through the turns, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it rolls a lot. And these make it pretty top heavy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of weight, these tops.
totally.
I swear, dude, I just love this shit so much.
To basically be a rolling refrigerator,
Yeah.
I say that because it's so square.
Oh, yeah,
heavy.
totally. 100%.
I mean, it gets and goes, you know?
It's one of those, I know you know this, dude. You can't explain it to somebody that doesn't get it. They're like, why would you spend that much on a vehicle? Or why would you spend that much on a motorcycle? Because it really makes me smile like I can't quite explain. I mean, this is more fun to me than most things you can do, you know?
Yeah.
It just is. Now, this thing feels, though, like, obviously I can only guess from the passenger seat, but watching you not working to drive it, even when you're nailing it.
Yeah. No, it's planted. I mean, like I said, sticky tires, they're wide. Nico at Vintage, he weighed, you know, each wheel, and we put the right spring rate on it and the right shocks on it. And
What did this thing weigh in at? Do you remember the final weight?
when he weighed it, we were doing that, it was about a year ago, but I want to say like 4,000 something pounds.
Yeah, I believe that. Sure.
into it.
I felt it.
But we hit a quick triple digit.
Yeah, I kind of figured we did. I mean, I tell you what though, bro. I mean, I know you know this. It's really smooth. It's not doing anything that's sketchy.
No,
now,
it handles well.
I get that you're rolling on rather than a full stab on it. And I'm with you for like freeway speeds, 60, 70 miles an hour, not doing a full stand on it because you don't know if you're gonna light it up.
You just don't know too how cold the tires are, how warm they are, like what's the concrete, because that all plays a role if how easy it's gonna cut loose, right?
100%, man.
So you could do it one day and it hooks up and goes, and you could do it the next day and it spins, you know?
You're definitely blowing the tires off.
Oh yeah.
There's no question.
I spun them a little bit.
Yep. Jeez.
Only burned about a quarter tank hanging out with you.
Oh, I love that smell.
How do you like that?
Nice, dude. Looking awesome. Today's one of those extra special days, man. I've met Lance before, really like this guy. Love the Blazer he had built. I love that my friend Nico at Vintage was involved in this thing. Just a killer day. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one just half as much as I did, man. And also want to throw out to you, brand new item on our site, atlamerch.com. We got a really cool new shirt out there, as well as we're proud of the podcast. Go check it out if you haven't yet. Autotopia LA podcast on YouTube and anywhere else you like to watch podcasts. With that, later.